Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. My name is Daniel and I'm the High Mileage Helper. On this channel, my goal is to be able to help you learn more about the RV transporting industry, as well as give how-to videos for your truck, and then give recommendations along the way. So if this is our first time meeting, just consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you get good value. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about what all of these trailers have in common. We'll get right ahead and get into the video coming up. So what do these trailers all have in common about themselves? All different makes and models, different types of trailers, fifth wheels, travel trailers. And the truth is that they all have the same thing in common, which is they have the same pull-in fee. So essentially what's happened is that the transport company has to pull these trailers into their yard as quickly as possible from the manufacturer so that production can keep happening. They've got to get them out of their yards and into their own transport yards. And so that costs time, that costs money. And so essentially what happens is there's a team or maybe a select few of people who all their job is to do is that they would pull the trailer, the fifth wheel, whatever it is, from the manufacturer to these yards. And so they have to be paid. And so what happens is every transport finds the correct fee or amount that they pay those people. When we go as transporters, we come to pick up these trailers. Well, they weren't just beamed over here. Scotty didn't just zap it over here. They were brought over here, and someone who had to do that job had to get paid. And so what happens is every company has that certain fee, and it's consistent. So the trailer I'm about to take is over 400 miles. There's other trailers that go 2,000 miles. And so what that looks like for you is that all of these trailers are different weights, lengths, going to different destinations for different miles. But what happens is it's a flat fee. So something along with this that you need to consider is that every single time that you pull a trailer, whether it's 2,000 miles, whether it's 200 miles, you're gonna have to pay a certain fee, whatever your transport company has set that limit at. So for Synergy, we have a $35, it's called a pull-in fee. And so what happens is that is actually taken out of the total amount you would have made when you do your final payout sheet. And so every single trailer automatically right off the top is $35 because somebody else, you got paid to deliver this thing, but somebody else needs to get paid to pull it from the manufacturer to this yard or whatever yard it is. So some companies have higher. I've seen ranges from $25 of a pull-in fee all the way up to, I've heard of up to $55 for a pull-in fee. That's pretty incredible to me. That's a lot of money. I'm sure it's not just going straight to that driver. I'm sure they're making some other money through that as well. I don't know all the details, but the truth is that every single trailer that's in these yards, it's all lined up, it looks all pretty. The truth is that you've got to give a small portion of it, $35, $45, $25, whatever it may be. A portion of your money goes right off the top for a pull-in fee straight to that driver and whatever else that they are going into with that fund. So this is just something to consider when you're either picking your company or asking questions at multiple companies, finding out what the pull-in fee, because this is going to be a consistent thing no matter the miles. Every single time. Some are just a few bucks more, some are a few less. Synergy's $35. I think it used to be, I think it was 25, like a long time ago, almost 4 years ago. Things have probably changed. For Synergy, the $35 fee, I'm used to that, but things are happening. The yard looks great. It's pulled in. I can't really ask for much more. These drivers doing the pull-in, they do a great job. Almost every single time the trailer is at the exact place where it's supposed to be from the paperwork, and we'll get into that into another video. So in your process of either finding a company or researching multiple companies and just considering how much you're actually going to be able to make per load, there's always going to be a pull-in fee for all these trailers. Now, the only time that this is kind of the exception to this rule of always having a fee, no matter what the trailer is, no matter what it looks like, fifth wheel, travel trailer, the only time that it's different is when, at least with Synergy, is that there is a minimum where Synergy will pay 150 miles, let's say to go to Indianapolis or somewhere really close. That's the minimum pay. So even if it doesn't take 150 miles to get to a certain location, they will pay a minimum of at least 150 miles pay times whatever the pay rate is. So also in that, I believe they don't include that $35 pull-in fee. That's, I believe, the only time that is not included in your full payout sheet. And so that's just something to consider, asking those questions. Most guys probably don't want to do only 150 miles because you're going to be there in a couple hours and it's just going to be a pretty short trip. Maybe that's great for you. Being home, being more local, that's fine. But most of the time, what you would probably want to do is, instead of taking, only 400-mile runs like I'm about to do right now, going to St. Louis, instead of doing a whole bunch of those, if you add up the numbers, if I do 3, 4, 5 400-mile runs compared to 5 2,000-mile runs, going to California, per mile, I'm paying that $35 at a much higher rate with lower miles per run, because it's still the $35 flat rate of that pull-in fee. So that's just something to consider when you are out deciding to get a load and or the company, just thinking through how much is their wash fee. Well, am I wanting to do shorter runs or longer runs? And how much is this going to bite me financially if I wanted to do just shorter runs? Is it worth it? It's just a part of the equation that you need to think about. And so this is what's in common with all these trailers. I'm sitting in Synergy Lot 7 right now, and we've got every row is completely filled all the way. And so this is just something to consider. Your pull-in fees are all the same for every load, unless maybe that one exception for 150 miles or less or whatever, where they don't include that. So to simply summarize, when you're going to look for a different company, ask about what their pull-in fee is. If it's higher or lower, I don't think that's a backbreaker. Even if it was 50 or 55, that seems like a little bit more. What does that go into? Does that go into making the yards better for me? Is that a benefit to me? How is that helping in this situation? But asking those questions would be good. But simply just comparing those pull-in fees between companies, and then thinking about between each trailer that you take. Are you taking a 300 or 400 or 500 mile? Are you going 1,000 plus, 2,000? Think about your average pay per pull-in fee. Maybe there's a better way to say that, but just thinking about what's your average amount of miles that you go from run to run when you are actually paying that pull-in fee. So obviously the more miles that you have per pull-in fee, the better. So essentially you're not paying more per mile as you are on the road going run to run. Anyways, hopefully this was a help to you. If it was, just please consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you got good value. So I'm gonna get loaded up here, starting to get rained on just a little bit here. I don't really wanna get caught out here, so I'm gonna get this trailer hooked up and be on my way. So anyways, hope you have a great day today. Stay safe and God bless, guys. See ya.